Hi, welcome to our first episode on our new show, Opposites Opinion, on PBR. I am your judge today, and my name is Trini, and today's topic is Snapchat streaks. M is opposing streaks, while Trisha is agreeing with Snapchat streaks.
So how this works is we each get some time to explain our points and our side for who we're supporting, and then after that the judge will decide who's the winner after asking a few questions and trying to, get some points in.
We are going to toss a coin to see who will go first.
Flip a coin.
It's heads this time.
Sure, I'll go first. Okay. The debate begins. Okay. Snapchat streaks. I think they're useless. There's no point in Snapchat streaks. Okay? So, the thing is, I hate when people do this. They send pictures of a blank screen and label streaks and send it to you. And you're just sitting there with the red box unopened, and you're like, okay, someone actually sent me something. For once, someone recognizes you. And then you click it, and it says streaks, and a picture of them, and a blurry face with a dog filter, and you're just like, why? Why? Okay, why? It's so annoying. It's really annoying. I hate it. And it just creates more excuses to use the dog filter and take a half blurry picture of your face and the ceiling. It's stupid. It's stupid. And I feel like there's no real friendship because they get happy 100 or happy 200 or happy whatever it is. There's no true friendship. There's no true bond between the friend who you're sending streaks to, unless you send some kind of message each and every day and talk to them with an actual purpose. And as a friend, I would say that you should have some kind of purpose to talk to a friend and be there for them instead of just labeling either a black screen or some kind of random picture saying streaks. I get it's for fun at times, but I feel like it shouldn't be their first priority, because some people wake up in the morning and they're like streak, 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 and I was like, you don't have to do that. You really don't have to do that. It's pointless.
Okay, let me give my opinion on this. Snapchat's importance is for streaks. They want you to have a streak. And it shows, knowing the importance of, knowing someone for, how many days you, talk to them. And in my personal experience, I've talked to a person for around, 600 days straight. And not all the time would I put streaks, I barely do that. I mostly talk to most of my friends, and it depends, stereotypical, whenever it's me, I don't ever put a dog face filter on my face. I put something else. A cute, funny filter. Usually the frog face filter. Okay, but that's just kind of stereotypical in my opinion, because not everybody uses a dog face filter. I mean, I get it, and happy 100 and happy 200 kind of symbolizes being oh, we talked for this many days. Now, I can see how it can be insane to have 200 streaks. In my opinion, I would just have streaks with the closest people. And not everything has to go around streaks. I mean, Snapchat could be used for different stuff, but Snapchat is mostly used for streaks because that's what they mostly symbolize in. Okay, now the 1 minute is over for both, and I have to ask a question first. So, what are your personal experiences with streaks?
Okay, so my personal experiences, I had to be unbiased and try out streaks because of this debate. So I did try out streaks, and I got to 10 days, and then it's not that I gave up, but I forgot. And so we kind of lost our streak. And yeah, so I just feel like it's still useless, because the reason I started that streak with just one person, just to keep it simple and try it out, we sent pictures back and forth and did that streak thing, I did not use a dog filter, by the way. That's important. I did not send my face. But I did it for the purpose of this video. And I felt like I gained no kind of like, oh, yay, you know? I mean, I felt a little bit proud that I kept a steady, like, talking thing, because I'm an antisocial person at times, and so other than that, I literally felt nothing. And when I lost it, I didn't feel like it's the end of the world, because I know some people would be, like, totally devastated, and I feel like there's no point in being devastated over that, so that's my personal experience.
I have a question for you about that. Did the person get mad at you when you lost the streak with that person?
I honestly don't think so, because he had so many other streaks, and I told him specifically the only reason I would do this is for the purpose of the video. So
okay,
he
because
knew.
like I know some people who would get mad because of that.
Yeah. So I picked wisely. It's like you, not you.
Okay. Now, something to counter argue that if you tell the person that you're gonna do it for the purpose of this video, then they're gonna be like, oh, okay, they're not really gonna get mad, but it depends. Like, some people think that that they just value it, knowing like how many days you spoke to that person. One of my closest friends, we have a streak around 600 days, and we never send a photo with the caption of streak. We would always be talking about something, no matter what, like every day. And even if it's just like a normal picture, he just sends back a normal picture back to me, and we just go back and forth. Because it's just fun. And honestly, I think it's fun to have streaks, and it feels like you've actually achieved something for a day. Being like, oh, look, we got to this many days. And I'm like, I feel proud about it. And sometimes people think it's a lot of work, and I feel like you should just have it with your closest friends, in my opinion, because that's what I do, and we usually talk most of the time. Even if it's just saying hi or good night, we just want to achieve something. I have a question for you about that. So, are all of your streaks with your friends? Because some people just keep it to show that they have, like, they're popular and they have so many friends. No, yeah, well, some people, like, if they asked me if they wanted a streak, and I don't want to be rude, so I'm like, oh, okay, sure, because, I mean, why? There's no reason. We'll just have a streak. It doesn't matter. And I get that, like, some people are like, let's not have streaks, and I'm okay with that. I'm perfectly okay. I only have streaks with around, like, 20 people. Well, there's more people who have streaks for around 200. Mm-hmm. Okay, so the second question is for Mira. Why did you use the talk about like the filter of the dog filter? Did someone try to send you something like that?
Okay, personal experiences. First of all, I forgot to mention, I tried a streak with another person, but I didn't mention it was for the video. I tried it for fun, and I lost that in 7 days. And second, the dog filter, I was just mentioning that because a lot of people, when I talk to them, reply to something, or just randomly talk, they send back streaks, and it's just like random because it's like in their recents, and they send back streaks, and they're usually pictures of their face, either like literally half scribbled out. They usually either send like a random filter picture, and the one that really pops up into my head is the dog filter, obviously. So that's the reason I was talking about the dog filter.
Okay. And Trisha, how many streaks do you have, and how does filter show a significance for your streaks? So, as I said before, I have around 20 streaks, and I mean, filters, most of the kids that I talk to never use a filter. We just send funny pictures of each other, or we just talk about something that we think is important, or we're just like, oh, okay, let's hang out one day, or we just talk about something. I mean, obviously, they might or may not get mad at me. I honestly don't know. I haven't lost a streak for a while, but usually they won't care about it for a while. Like, my personal experience, I have had a streak with a girl who was like my highest streak, but we stopped becoming friends, so I stopped having a streak with her. And about your streaks, before you were talking about how people usually like talk to you, like they don't send a streak thing, but like has like your one of your closest friends, like do you see it regularly, like someone just putting a screen just saying streaks? Not usually just a blank screen saying streaks. There are like 3 kids that I have streaks with that puts just the caption of streaks. Never a blank screen. No one sends me a blank screen of that. And for both of you guys, how has streaks impacted you? Like, how would it be without Snapchat for you guys? How would your life be different?
I think that without Snapchat, life would still be pretty much the same because you could still contact through other forms of media. Instagram, Facebook, just texting or talking on the phone or meeting up like an actual person, you know. But if you can't do that, then just over the phone or something. But I feel that Snapchat is a little different, and I liked it at first how it's really unique. How it's like completely different than other forms of media, in my opinion, because it has like the specific thing where it goes away after a certain amount of time, or you don't necessarily post things, but when you do, it goes away after 24 hours, you know, things like that. It makes it unique. So I feel like we would be missing out on that. It's just like some certain things that I don't like, or like the people who, like, it's not the Snapchat company itself, it's the people who use it, who like spam things or do random things or like inappropriate things, or you use it for other things that you shouldn't be using it for. So like it's the people that kind of, yeah.
My opinion, if Snapchat wasn't there, life would honestly suck. Like, just to know, just to tell everybody, everybody's antisocial. At least, like, everybody, like, to save awkward moments, they would just look at their phone. And they'll be like, okay, let me. And I feel like Snapchat, it has, like, something impacting you. Like, you can save stuff if you want to. You don't have to save stuff 10 seconds or less. You get to do anything you want. You have the freedom to. Like, honestly, if you do something illegal, the police can't see it. They can go back in your web browsers and whatnot and find out what you were sending. But, honestly, Snapchat is, like, streak shows the importance of being like, oh, look, I've talked to this many people in this many days, and being like, oh, happy 200 on their story to show, look, I actually have friends. Okay, and so, Mira, would you be okay with having an accidental streak? Like, if you're just having a conversation and it's just happening every day and it just starts a streak with you guys?
So, that's the thing. I'm against streaks that have no point. If they have a point, as in, like, not to get the streak, but to talk to a friend and actually care about them, then I would love that. If that were the actual meaning of streaks, that would be amazing. Because, like, sometimes some people are so far away that you can't talk to them so much. And when you get that chance to, like, for example, on Snapchat, you can quickly access that, which I like. And you can tell when they opened it and things like that. Then it would be amazing that you have a streak with them, not for the purpose of streaks, but for the purpose of actually talking to them and communicating with them every single day because you care about them. Like, hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? You know, things like that. And that would mean, like, I would love to have a streak with someone who actually did that, instead of just labeling good night streaks or GN streaks or whatever it is, you know?
Yep. What app do you first use when you wake up in the morning?
It's a very good question. When I wake up in the morning, I have to be honest, I either check emails or check any notifications that pop up on my screen. And most likely it would be Snapchat, how people send things to me. So I do check Snapchat in the morning. And I have to admit, when it's like someone sends me something and like, wow, my friend is actually talking to me. Okay, so yeah, I get happy when I get Snapchats unless they're labeled streaks. So
So definitely the first thing I do is look at my notifications, and I usually just swipe and it says open, and so it takes me to whatever. Usually, in my opinion, it's Instagram. It's always Instagram because I always have notifications, then it's Snapchat. But I usually don't take that much time on Instagram. I probably take like 2 minutes on Instagram, and then I go straight to Snapchat, no matter what. I mean, those are two of the main, like, social medias that I use. I mean, I do use others, but not as much as Instagram and Snapchat. Okay, and how much time do you use on screen for Snapchat for the last 7 days?
Okay, I used 3.4 hours per the last 7 days on screen on Snapchat.
I've used 6 hours on screen in the past 7 days. This shows a really big difference between how many hours they spend, because like it clearly shows one person has streaks while the other one doesn't. But yeah. So why do you use that much time on Snapchat?
I personally check everyone's stories, and then I also, if someone sends me something, I check that and reply to them, unless it's streaks. Or I just say I don't do streaks, sorry, whatever. And then also, like, I check the news things, like BuzzFeed, for example, not sponsored, but like BuzzFeed or like Nifty or whatever. So I check their day updates and stuff, so that's probably why it adds up.
So I usually just go into Snapchat and I usually just chat with people most of the time. I have like a few different group chats in there where I just talk. We just talk about stuff or something that happened funny or anything. And then I usually just try out filters. I look back at my memories. I definitely go through BuzzFeed and like everything, like all my subscriptions that I subscribe to, stories. I see if I want to add anything in my story. I just take stuff that I think's funny and I just keep it, because Snapchat doesn't use like usage like the camera roll, so that's why I use Snapchat more to take pictures, and for some reason I feel like it has better quality in photos. What was your highest streak for both of you guys?
I am pretty sure either mine was 10 or 11. Yeah.
Currently mine is 620 days. And do you guys feel like you achieved something by having streaks, or no?
No, not really, because I did not get very far, I have to admit. And also, yeah, just nothing.
Honestly, I feel like I've achieved a lot. Me and my friend, we always like, oh yeah, we're gonna hit like 1,000 when we go to college. And we always think, oh yeah, that would be such a great achievement. It would be so cool to see how it will, when we grow up, if we're still talking or not, or what we're doing, even if we don't have a streak. But I feel like I've achieved something talking for that many days. Okay, and it's time for me to decide who is winning this debate. Both were able to show their argument really good. Trisha had really good counter arguments, and Mira was able to give really good personal experiences. The person that I have chosen is Mira, because she has shown how she has done research beforehand, and it helped show how her argument was really strong. And it was a really hard decision, but in the end, she was able to show it better than Trisha.
Thank you.
Yep. We will be doing more of these debates later on in our later videos, so be tuned.
Thanks for joining us today, and I hope you liked it and enjoyed it. Please leave your comment down below on what you think, and I hope you join us next time on Opposites Opinion. Bye!
Bye!